If you ignore what this chart is telling you, you're going to be very poor. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Davinci. I'm in the pipe 5x5 here in Dubai. Hope you're enjoying your day wherever you are in this world. Oof, wow, I'm back. From yesterday, I took a day off, right? Because I was, I had some fun on Monday. If you watch my Instagram stories, I went to a Louis XIII event, and I had a few to drink. It's been a while since I had something to drink, so I decided, hey, you know what, let me enjoy, because I love those Louis XIII events. But anyways, with that said, I'm back, ready to attack, and man, the market, right, looks like going to go down, right? But that's only short term, right? You need to see the bigger picture. You know, I woke up today, worked out, and if you watch my stories, right, on Instagram, you'll see that one of my devices, my Internet of Thing devices, right, where it's supposed to show me, you know, price of Bitcoin and price of Ethereum, it was glitching out. It was showing me an old price. Ethereum was at 4,000 and Bitcoin was at 73,000. Interesting, right? Interesting indeed. Yes, you want to hear me better, actually, I better use this mic. So, with that said, I want to show you a chart that should you ignore, right, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble, right? Why? Well, this is indicating that it's going to explode. We're getting a little bit of tightening here, right? You see how bands are tightening up? When the bands tighten up, right, there's going to be explosive move, right? It doesn't tell you which way, the direction that the move is going to go. It only tells you that an explosive move is coming when the bands are tightening. And so, don't be surprised if this tightening ends with an explosive move higher. And that's what it looks like when it comes to Bitcoin exploding, destroying the competition, exploding straight up to 66%, and just making a mockery of anyone who thinks that Bitcoin, that they found the next Bitcoin. Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin itself. Fortunately, we're looking like we could have an AB equals CD draft here. We might end up at 99K level for a retest. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, look at that. Jesus. Right at the 1.618. Oh, man. From which move to which move? Is that valid? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that would be valid, wouldn't it? Interesting. Okay. Let's take this one off the chart here. This one, this mark. That's interesting. Let me just verify that. So what we're doing is we're doing a retracement measurement from here to there. Oh, yeah, that is valid. Okay. Because this is the breakout level, right? This is a breakout from the bottom here. This is where it was like giving us a lot of a heartache, right? Oh, no, we're going down. No, we're going up. No, we're going down. No, we're going up. And then it finally broke out to this level here, which is the $112,000 level. So the bottom level was 102-ish, 102-ish. And then that means this is a Fibonacci retracement, right, of this whole big move. So we saw that the retracement actually broke. No. Look at that. I think I set this a little bit lower. Look at that. Yeah, so because we broke this level here, making this not... I mean, it is valid, I guess. That's the problem with Fibonacci, right? This is still valid because, well, one, it's in the point of control. Two, so it is like, so both of these are valid right here. Damn. This is valid. And this is valid right here. Interesting. And then we can see that with a breakdown here below this level, this little wick here, we're definitely going to see that there's a, no, not definitely, but there's a high probability that we could end up all the way down to 99. I don't see us bouncing off the 99. I think looking at the trading different, we can see that there's liquidity and just below the 9, so we could end up just, oh, look at that, 99 exactly on the dot. Let's see here. Interesting. The liquidity ends at 99 on the dot. Let's see here. This is 99.3. We have convergence of information here. We can't ignore that. Jesus. There it is. This is at 99.3. You can't see it. Let me just bring this up a little bit. You can see 99.3-ish area is where the liquidity ends. And wow. Over here, we can see on the Bitcoin trade, boom, we can take us all the way to the 99.3. Fibonacci, AB equals CD, movement. That's a trade. That's right. Oh, man. There you go. So, looking at that, you can see that we can probably do a nice short trade here if you wanted to. Right? All the way, this would be the target. This is your stop loss, of course. Don't be surprised if they target that, though. But you could just retry the trade if they wipe you out. That's a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Look at that. Right? So maybe look for, I don't know, a reversal first before we get into a trade. And then, so we move this up a little bit. Look for a little bit of a reversal here and just enter in here and give yourself some space so that should it reverse on you, you can actually get in and take it all the way down and give yourself some space to get out of the trade before it actually completes. There you go. Boom. I would reduce this to 4-to-1, actually. Exactly 4-to-1. So giving you plenty of space to hit the target and walk away. A winner. Boom. Wow. That's a nice trade. Everything, like all the different, and everybody complains. Some people complain about all the stuff that I put on the charts, but you can see, right? All the different tools that I use gave us an answer that was like pretty impressive, right? We target the exact level here with the 1.618 and liquidity, right? And AB equals CD, right? Like, come on. It's a silver platter here. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to guarantee to work, right? There's a percentage chance, right? That's right now at 60 to 70%, but it's a very decent chance. Very high probability, right? So there it is. Why not take it, right? You could enter at this price right now. I would start with a small price and then just scale it in. If price were to go higher, you just go, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to put in 0.5% of my total portfolio. If it goes higher, I'm going to add another 0.5. It goes higher again, another 0.5. And then if it goes higher still, another 0.5 until your stop loss. So your stop loss should be maybe a little bit outside of the of this upward trend. And that's it. Boom. Right? And you're a winner with this trade. Okay, looking at Solana, can we see the same thing? Pretty much, yeah. You can see that it's repeating. It's the same results. This would also mean that we are probably going to head a little bit lower for Solana, unfortunately. Yeah, if we do the AB equals CD, that's pretty brutal. I don't know if it's going to do all that, but that's a little bit on the brutal side if we were to go because it's below any of the, let's see here, the tranches here, the tranche mess here. Let's see here and there. Let's get rid of this, because I mean, it is a good support and resistance level actually. But let's change its color and thickness, because it's not that critical, right? And there we go. And so yeah, this takes us all the way down to what, 120? Jesus, I don't. No, I don't think so. I think we went a little bit too far on that one. Right? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe this one from here to there. This AB equals CD. Maybe. And that would be a better target of 134 would be clean. Right? But I'd find it very hard to believe that it'll break below the 143. Very difficult to believe, honestly. So I would not place any bets on this one. All right. With not enough information, let's just walk away from the trade. We could take a look at trading difference and say, let's just see what it's saying here. If there's any liquidity at the lower levels, let's go to the hourly, 4 hours. So if you're interested in using trading different, it's td.davinci DANJ15.com. Links are in the description below for 10% off if you're interested. And yeah, look at that. Oh, there is liquidity below the 127. So, and a lot more liquidity at the 120. So, don't be surprised if it tries to take out the 120. Jesus. Yeah. And you guys think, yeah, it's going to go to an all-time high. If it does that, for sure, there's just no all-time high. None. There's none for you. No all-time highs for all. Yeah, if it does that and Bitcoin, I mean, if Bitcoin does that and Bitcoin does this, I mean, Bitcoin's dominance is just going to just absolutely crush everything, right? So if Bitcoin only just goes to the 100 and not to the 99K, whilst everything else just gets slapped silly. All right, well, looking at Ethereum, we can see that Ethereum is only like sideways action. There's not really much to say here, except if this thing breaks, honestly, if this thing breaks down, we will see this thing break down heavily to all the way down. Honestly, this will be a Bart Simpson. It'll break all the way back down to the 1800. If there's any kind of break, right? There's a high probability that the $1,800 mark will occur, right? If we break below the $2,300 level, that's it. That's it. Lights out, all the way down to 1,800. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to zero, but it's not going to do anything good, right? I mean, that's the case, right? Now, you could say, well, what about an AB equals CD? Maybe we can, just go only that. Yeah, that's a possibility, and that's not much of a breakdown, right? You could say, well, okay, we retest the lows here, right? Which is a possibility, and then off we go. Yeah, that would be sweet. Just to retest the lows. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.